Welcome back to MustacheMoto. It's Ben, and today I've got a really cool product review, the Chigee TR100. It's a 100-watt, two-way charging hub. Let me start the show off with a disclaimer. Chigee sent me this product for review for free at my request. I called and asked them for it, but they're not paying me anything, and they have absolutely no editorial oversight. This is purely my opinion. Okay, why did I want to try out the TR100? So this has a couple of really, really cool features, a couple of things that set it apart from any other charger that I've seen. First of all, it's 100 watts of power. I mean, that's a huge amount of power. In fact, it's as much as my MacBook Pro charger puts out. So I can charge my computer quickly from this while I'm traveling on the bike. Now, just as an example, I've previously used a little adapter like this on my BMW. Lots of people use them. This maxes out at 30 watts. So this is more than 3 times the power. That's pretty awesome. That means any fast charging devices will really be done a lot quicker on this. You get so much more power out of it. Other cool thing, let me also mention it's got a USB-C and a USB-A, so you've got 2 outputs. And then the really cool thing is it's a 2-way charger, and I've never seen this anywhere else. What that means is you can plug either just your regular iPhone charger or your phone charger. If it has a USB-C connection, you can plug it into this and it will feed the power back in and charge your battery. That's pretty cool. So you got one unit that does 2 things. Now, plugging it into like a charger like that would be a trickle charge. It actually works as a battery maintainer, so you don't need to have a battery tender or something else like that. Let me also mention that it's got 3 settings, one for a conventional lead-acid battery, one for an AGM battery, and one for a lithium-ion battery. So no matter what kind of battery is in your motorcycle, this will maintain it. And then it's also got a fast charge setting where you can put up to 100 watts of power back into the battery. And if you got a dead battery from leaving the lights on or accessories or something like that, you can put that power back into the battery. And with 100 watts, within like 5 minutes, I think they said, depending on how flat your battery is, it can bring your battery up enough so that you can start the bike. Now, I carry a battery bank on my bike when I travel. It puts out 30 watts of power delivery. I can use that in the fast charge setting to put the power back in the motorcycle. So if I were on the road and have an issue, now at 30 watts, it's going to take a little longer to get the battery up high enough to actually start the bike. But, I can have a cup of coffee while it's plugged in and get the bike back up and running. The TR100 is more expensive than other charge options you have for your motorcycle. It's just under $100 right now. It's on sale. But you're getting 100 watts of power, and you're also got the option of using it to charge and maintain your motorcycle battery. So if that's something you would have bought separately, you can justify spending more on this because you're not having to buy 2 separate products. So that's pretty handy, and I always love having things that have multiple multiple use case scenarios rather than just being a one-trick pony. So let's open this up, take a look at it, get it installed, and then run it through some testing. All right, let's do a quick unboxing of the TR100, take a look at the product. So Chigee, I'll post the link up here, but I've got their AO5 Play, I believe it's called, the GPS for the BMW, and I really like it. It's the one I use every day, really solidly made. The company seems to just really be knocking it out of the park with stuff. So let's take a look. Okay, so that's actually pretty small. That's the actual unit, the charging unit. Looks like solid aluminum. Nice thick rubber stoppers. Keep the water out. Alright, so we've got the wiring harness, and it's got a little unit that will mount somewhere on the motorcycle. that helps it. I guess that works with the, I guess that's probably where it converts the 12 volt to the USB, and then it also acts as the charging unit for the motorcycle. Nice quality connections, and it's got a nice little inline fuse on that. Got some Velcro ties, some 3M adhesive pads, and then this is pretty cool. This is a little metal mount that if you want to mount it on your above your master cylinder, your mirror goes through here and just tightens down, and then the unit, let's see, will mount on there just like that. So it looks like a great quality unit. Let me go ahead and get it installed, and we'll check it out. All right, before I button this up, here is the unit. The wires come here, come up along the tank. Of course, that'll be covered by the cowling. I wired the control unit here. It gets hot, they say, so it needs airflow. And then the power wires come back along it through here, and then attached to the battery and the hot terminal there. There's a few things to note about the TR100. First is that it's attached directly to the bike's battery. That means whether your bike is running or not, it's available for charging. Now, you could be concerned that you might drain your battery down without knowing it if you're using it while the bike's off, but actually it's got voltage protection. If the battery drops to 12 volts, it shuts itself off and it can't be used. That'll keep you from discharging the battery to the point that you can't start your bike. Also, if you store your bike for a long time, you could be concerned about the parasitic drain because it's attached to the battery, but it's something like 3 picowatts or something that it uses. Basically, they say you could leave this attached to your bike for 3 years before it would drain the battery enough to keep it from starting. And even then, it'd be down to 12 volts, so it should still be okay. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. So in practical use, one thing I really love about the cables that came with it, so if you can see, there's a bit of a ridge here. It's almost like a gasket, so it fits super tight into the opening. So that should be a waterproof or nearly waterproof, secure fitting if you're charging stuff while you're riding. Let's also talk about the amount of power you get out of this unit. So it is rated for 100 watts and 100 watts of quick charging. That is if you're using just the USB-C. If you use both, well, actually, if you just use the USB-A, you're limited to about 24 watts. And if you use both at the same time to charge, it's limited to a total of 30 watts. I'm not sure if that's 15 to each or how that's split up, but you have a lower amount coming out of them. So depending on what you're doing, if you're on a long ride and you got 2 things charging, no problem. If you're trying to get some power real quick in your phone, then you probably just want to use the USB-C, or you definitely want to just use the USB-C. So the bike's off. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, plug in the cable. And so it's also got a little cap on it, so if you leave it plugged in, it's not going to, water won't bother it. So watch when I plug my phone in, that's immediately going to charge, and if you see the LED went to green and to a flashing green, that means it's working and it's charging. And it'll do that until and unless it gets, or if it gets down to 12 volts, it's going to shut itself off. That's it. I mean, it's super simple because there's no switches or anything. The only button on it is the one on the top, and that's what you use if you want to use it in the mode that charges the motorcycle battery from an external source. If you notice, after I pull this out, the green light is still on. So it'll still run for, I think, a couple of minutes if it senses no draw on the circuitry. At that point, it just shuts itself off. So it's not really using much of any electricity right now, but it is still on. All right, we're at 20 minutes of charging. We're gonna, let's see, it's still fast charging. You see the fast breathe there. We're gonna unplug that. Turn the bike off. Let's see where we're at. We started at 20% charge, right? Lock. 48%. Wow, so we added 28%. 28% in 20 minutes, that's pretty darn good. One note, I did have to switch my cords. I had an Anker cord that was actually rated at 100 watts, but it would fast charge for a couple of seconds and then kick off. So the cord was not working well. I went with my original power cord that goes with my MacBook Pro. So definitely if you get a cord, even if it says it's rated for 100 watts, test it and make sure it can continue to fast charge, because I think the cord was the issue there. I really wanted to see how well this unit does with the charging aspect, especially the quick charge aspect of it. So I've drained the battery down on my motorcycle. You can see it says vehicle voltage low, switch off unneeded consumers. And if I try and start it, it just flats out. It's going to restart, and we'll see what the voltage is actually at. Under 10 volts right now. We get that warning up right away. So I'm going to shut that off. We're going to plug this in and see how quickly, or see how well it does bringing the battery up enough to start the bike. Now you can use a 100-watt power delivery bank to charge this with in the fast charge mode. The best I can do is a 30-watt bank. That's all I have. I'll list a 100-watt bank below. They're only like 25 bucks. Sorry, that's my my dash cam there. Since it's only a 30-watt bank, the 100-watt is supposed to bring it up to starting battery voltage in like 5 minutes. Since this is a 30-watt, it's like less than a third of that. We're going to go 15 or so minutes on it and see what we can do in the fast charge mode. So to do that, first thing we need to do is make sure there's no cords plugged in. I'm going to push the button up here, and I'm going to push it again. That blue light with no cords means it's in the charge mode. All right, now I'm going to take my power bank, plug in a cord. I'm going to use the cord that came with it because I know it's good for a lot of watts. Okay, I'm going to plug this sucker in. USB-C. It won't work in the regular USB slot. All right, so we've got the blue. You can see the blue, and it's breathing slowly. That means it's on slow charge. I should push the button up here, and now it's doing it fast breathe. That fast breathe means it's on fast charge. We're going to come back in 15 minutes. Okay, we've been charging for 15 minutes. My power bank, if you can see or not, it's down to, it was at 100%, it's down to 85%. So it certainly put some charge in there, and it's still doing the fast pulse, which is the quick charge. So let's turn on the bike and see what happens. We're up 11, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 12 volts. Hey, it worked! All right, that's pretty awesome. So 15 minutes with a 30-watt power bank, it brought the juice up enough for the battery to start the bike. I'm going to have to fire the bike back up and get that battery charged up because I don't want to damage it. Or I guess I could leave it on the charger and just let it keep bringing the battery up and get it back up to the normal range. And as I said before, I could also plug this in with a just a regular wall charger and put it on the maintenance charge and just keep it there to keep the battery at tip-top shape. Y'all, I am really impressed with the TR100. I mean, it's compact, it's solidly built, it's got a lot of great features, puts out a ton of power. The wiring is easy to install and looks to be really high quality. I mean, Chigee is doing a really good job. I really like their products. And I'm excited this summer when I get out on longer trips to be able to use this to charge my computer and my cameras when I'm out on the road. I think it'll make my life a lot easier, not having to rely on the much slower USB connection I had on the bike before that. I may take this and reposition it and actually mount it at the back of the bike to where I can run a cord into my panniers and leave stuff locked up in there while it charges. Either way, a really great option for you. I got the link down below. If you need power on the bike, this is a great way to get it. Now get out there and ride.